to your darling program show in every Monday and every Saturday, the newspaper review. Here with me, I have the Punch newspaper. Firstly, we go to the Punch newspaper here with me, and the headline here story of the Punch newspaper. The East Coast contacts Interpol over 281 Bono fluing imitates. Malu, Tinubu governor urged prayers for peace and unity. Dangote NNPC device as refinery supply 16 million liters. Labour Party, Abure sues INEC over caretaker escorts. NIM SIM leakage, says court begun disconnection as deadline end. Now the story in details. Four killed and 36 hospitalized as cholera hits Adamawa. The administration of Yola North Local Government Area in Adamawa has announced a cholera outbreak in the area. It's also stated that the outbreak has resulted in the deaths of 4 persons and while 36 others affected by the outbreak were receiving treatment in various hospitals in the area. The chairman of the council, Jibri Ibrahim, announced this to newsmen during his visit to victims of the infectious disease centers, Yola, on Sunday. He said the outbreak was recorded in the Akamaliki, Ajiwa, and Libawa ward in the area. No fewer than 20 victims were reported in the morning, but now there are more than 40 cases and 4 are dead. A good number of them have been stabilized as they have been receiving attention from the health workers. He said Ibrahim appreciated the immediate response by the health workers, the Red Cross, and international partners. According to him, the suspected outbreak is the result of contaminated water arising from flooding in some areas. He appealed to the public to keep their environments clean and ensure they drink potable waters and wash vegetables as well as fruits before eating. Last Wednesday, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention disclosed that the country has recorded 7,663 suspected cases of cholera in 35 states, and the Federal Capital Territory across 280 local government areas as far in 2024. 4 killed and 36 hospitalized as cholera hits Adamawa. The full details of this story is on page 8 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. No justification for fuel as 1,000 per litre. The Supreme Head of Seraphim and Cherubim's Unification Church of Nigeria, Prophet Solomon Alao, has expressed astonishment at the soaring price of petrol, which has reached 1,000 per litre despite Nigeria being an oil-producing nation. Then he urged political leaders to put the nation's interests above personal gains. Alao spoke during the church's 1919th anniversary celebration, TAC, for it was founded on a rock, Matthew 7:25, and held on September 14 at Seraphim land in Maba, Ogun State. He said there is no justification for Nigeria to be paying such exorbitant prices for petrol when our country is rich in crude oil. Alao said our leaders need to prioritize the nation's welfare over their self-interest. Nigeria should not be buying foreign oil when we have our own. We should be setting the price, not relying on foreign markets. The cleric also called on citizens to support their leaders through prayers and cooperation. He emphasized that Nigeria's diversity should be a strength rather than a source of division. We must pray for our leaders to have the wisdom to make the right decision and act in the nation's best interest, he added. No justification for fuel as 1,000 per litre. The full details of this story is on page 30 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. That man asked federal government to stop Dangote refinery alleged monopoly. The group of oil marketers accused for the vice president of Dangote Industry Limited to have reported the Dangote refinery to President Bola Tinubu for his low-priced products to the Depots and Petrol Products Marketers Association of Nigeria, the Punch reports. The association secretary, however, denied reporting the refinery to Tinubu in the manner as we described. Last week, the Dangote official during a space section organized by Naira Matrix of X claimed that the oil marketers reported in the refinery to the presidency that the plant's low period diesel was counterproductive to oil marketers' businesses. He also refuted that oil marketers had continued to boycott Dangote diesel and aviation fuel after the refinery crashed the price of diesel. According to him, over 95% of petrol products importers in Nigeria are not buying products from the Dangote refinery. He said the refinery struggled to sell about 29 tankers of diesel per day due to low patronage from local government's products imported. As a result of poor local patronage, the refinery is said exports most of this diesel and aviation fuel. Petrol product marketers in Nigeria have written to President Bola Tinubu complaining that the refinery local diesel prices, which have dropped from 1,200 naira to 1,000 and now to 900 per litre, are negatively impacting their business, as we stated. That man asked federal government to stop Dangote refinery's alleged monopoly. The full details of this story is on page 32 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Global stock markets surge amid US-China inflation threat. Global stock markets experienced a decline this week, driven by inflation data from the US and China, which have elicited expectation for a potential interest rate caused by the Federal Reserve, according to AfriFeast. In the US, inflation data from August revealed a month-on-month increase of 0.2% and a year-on-year rise of 2.5% and decrease from the previous to 2.9%. The slower inflation rate has led to heightened speculation that the Federal Reserve may implement a rate cut in its upcoming meeting and boosting investor sentiment. The reports added that China inflation figures, reflecting a cooling economic environment, have further contributed to market optimism. The anticipated Fed rate cut has impacted global equities, with the US S&P 500 and National Association of Security Dealers Automatic Quotation System index rising by 3.8% and 5.7% respectively. Global stock market surge amid US-China inflation threat. The full details of this story is on page 35 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Minister orders probe of Kano building collapse. The Ministers of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, has expressed concern over the recurrence of building collapse in the country and ordered the probe of the recent incidents in Kano. A two-story building in Naman land quarters, 5 local government areas of Kano, collapsed, trapping several individuals and resulting to 2 confirmed fatalities, according to the National Emergency Management Agency on September 5. In a recent statement, the ministers ordered a full-scale investigation into the incident and emphasized the urgency of addressing the roots on the building industry to prevent further catastrophic events. The Kano collapse is another sad development exposing the rot in the building industry over the years, which if unchecked will continue to remain catastrophic to the industry and society, is stated. The minister called for an overhaul of the system and the strict implementation of building codes and regulations. It directed relevant officials to quickly investigate the collapse and ensure that the civil actions were taken once findings were submitted. I have received the report of the just collapse investigation, and a checklist of all professionals involved in the construction is being complied for us to take action, Dangiwa said, referencing a previous incident in Jos. Minister's orders probe of Kano building collapse. The full details of this story is on page 36 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Roadlink Unity Bank partner on cyber security. Roadlink, a technology firm, has partnered with Unity Bank PLC to promote cyber security awareness and education in Nigeria. As part of this initiative, a webinar titled Building Resilience into Your Cyber Security Strategy was held recently, featuring expert discussion on strengthening cyber security defense. The Chief Executive Officer of Roadlink Group, Remi Adeosi, moderated the section, which focused on effective measures to combat emerging cyber threats. The Unity Bank Chief Information Security Officer, Zechariah Akinpelumi, shared his expertise on protecting against cyber threats and implementing robust security measures. Akinpelumi discussed the growing importance of cyber security in an increasingly connected world, saying that there was a need for vigilance against phishing scams, which were deceptive tactics used by cyber criminals to obtain sensitive information. Roadlink Unity Bank partners on cyber security. The full details of this story is in page 39 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Emir advised Kwara Muslim Christian on tolerance. The Emir of Ilorin and Chairman of the Kwara State Traditional Council, Alhaji Ibrahim Salu Gabiri, has urged Christian and Muslim communities in the state to continue living in peaceful coexistence. He made this appeal on Saturday during his speech at the 85th anniversary celebration of the First Baptist Church, Surulere, Ilorin, Kwara State. The Emir, who was represented at the event by the Olusin of Isamli Ushin, Oba Oluwagbenga Oloyede, praised unity and peaceful coexistence between the Christians and Muslim communities in the state, during that both religious groups truly embodying Kwara State's reputation as the state of harmony. The Sulu said, traditional rulers are enjoining your prayers, which you offer to God, and your cooperation with the Muslim in the state. Emir advised Kwara Muslims and Christians on tolerance. The full details of this story is in page 40 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. And lastly, with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper, Makinde opposition device on foreign trips. The All Progressive Congress in Oyo State has criticized Governor Seyi Makinde for his frequent foreign trips, accusing him of wasting public funds while neglecting the needs of the citizen. According to the APC, Makinde recent announcements on social media about his European tour with members of the cabinet is part of patterns of expensive trips that have failed to yield tangible benefit for the state. But the governor's special advisors on media, Sulaiman Olariwaju, dismissed the claim by the opposition party, saying Makinde foreign trips were for the development of the state and had been yielding positive results. In a statement issued by its publicity secretary, Olawale Sadare, the APC argued that despite Makinde promises to attract foreign investors, his overseas travel had not resulted in significant economic development in Oyo State. The opposition party claimed that Makinde administration has failed to provide adequate security, implement business-friendly policy, or protect the rights of private individuals and organizations, which are essential for attracting foreign investors. Makinde opposition defies on foreign trips. The full details of this story is in page 42 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. And before we go to the second edition of this program, if you'd like to follow us on our website page, you can click on www.abntv network. On our social media, we have the Facebook, we have the YouTube, we have the Twitter, we have the Instagram. On our Facebook, you can click and share and subscribe and comment. You can click on Abntv Houston, and likewise on our YouTube, you can click on Abntv Houston. And we also have our Twitter, you can click and follow us and share and subscribe, like and comment. You can click on Abntv Nigeria. And lastly, on our Instagram, you can click on Abntv Nigeria. And before we come back to the second edition of this program, the Tribune newspaper, let's listen to what we have for you in our studio. We'll be right back.
African Broadcasting Network. African Broadcasting Network. It's all about Africa. It's all about motherland. Celebrating rich cultural heritage. ABN, we bring the best. ABN, celebrating Africa's rich cultural heritage.
Welcome back, and I hope you enjoy what we have for you in our studio. Now to the second edition of this program, the Tribune newspaper. Nigeria continues to lament high cost of cooking gas. We purchase petrol from Dangote as 898 naira per litre. Federal government's 90 million bonds. Nigeria strengthened FS reserve up by $620 million in 10 days. Although PDP and APC began over alleged planned removal of Obaseki security. Maduguri flowed. The end course declined 281 inmates missing. Now the story in details. Benue government prepares for flooding creates IDPs camps. Benue State government says it has prepared camps for internal displaced persons across the 18 local government areas in the state in case of flooding. The Technical Committee on Flood Disaster Preparedness, Mitigation and Response Team took the decision during their meeting on Sunday in Makurdi, the state's capital. The news agency of Nigeria NAN reported that the Nigerian Meteorological Agency had predicted that 8 local government areas in Benue would be heavily affected by impending flooding. The agency had listed Kwadi Kasina, the State Commissioner for Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Mr. Audu Kunle, said that the committees has remarked camps to relocate the wood of being victims of the expected flooding. Benue government prepares for flooding and creates IDPs camps. The full details of this story is on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Shirab sues Tinubu over alleged failure to reverse unlawful petrol price act and probe NNPCL. The Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project has filed a lawsuit against President Bola Tinubu over the failure to direct the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to reverse the apparently unlawful increase in the poor price of petrol and to probe the allegation of corruption and mismanagement in the NNPCL. Joining the suit as respondents are the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi, and the NNPC. In the suit, Shirab sues Tinubu over alleged failure to reverse unlawful petrol price act and probe NNPCL. The full details of this story is on page 4 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. SEC assures of adequate regulation to grow digital assets industry. The Security and Exchange Commission has assured stakeholders in the digital asset space of its readiness to provide the necessary guidance to grow the industry, create wealth for Nigerians, and lead to economic growth and development. Director General of the SEC, Dr. Anomoti Agama, who stated this at the weekend, explained that the Commission is willing to be patient in ensuring that majority of interested participants are carried along. He said, we need to be patient in getting everybody on board to be able to provide the guidance that is needed for us to grow this industry. We need to grow this industry together. SEC assures of that adequate regulation to grow digital assets industry. The full details of this story is on page 6 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. DBN to hold 5th annual lecture series. The Development Bank of Nigeria PLC has announced that it will hold the 5th edition of its annual DPN lecture series on September 25 in Abuja at the Transcorp Hotel. The lecture is a further affirmation of the bank's unwavering commitment to the needs and challenges of the micro and small medium enterprises in Nigeria. The theme for this year's lecture is Empowering Nigeria MSME in a Challenging Global Landscape. It has the Managing Director and CEO of Fidelity Bank, Mrs. Naka, as the keynote speaker. A panel of eminent industry and business leaders and rich background draft from the across key sectors of the economy have been invited to also share their wealth of experience and perspective on the theme. They included the Managing Director / CEO of Rural Electrification Agency, Abubakar Aliyu, Managing Directors from the Institute of Ventures Partners as Wise Abacus Capital, Ajuma Asaguma, Chairman and CEO of DBN to hold 5th annual lecture series. The full details of this story is on page 7 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Tinubu congratulates Muslim on Maulud Labi. President Bola Tinubu has sent a message of goodwill and congratulations to Nigerian Muslims on this year's commemorations of the Maulud Nabi, the birthday of Prophet Muhammad. According to a statement issued on Sunday by Bayo Onanuga, special advisor to the President's Information and Strategy, the President urged Muslims to use the period for deep reflections and remembrance of the Holy Prophet's exemplary conduct and noble teachings. As we mark the Maulud, we should all reflect on the life lived by the Prophet Muhammad, exemplified by purity, selflessness, perseverance, kindness, and compassion. We must endeavor to imbibe those virtues, he said. President Tinubu also urged the Muslim faithful to dedicate the Maulud holiday to pray for the country and show empathy and compassion toward one another. President Tinubu also commiserated with the people and governments of Savara State over recent flood in Gumi local government area and the deaths of 40 farmers in a boat accident on their way to their farms at the weekend. Tinubu expressed the government and the people of Nigeria commiseration over the twin tragedies in the Savara community. He promised to support for the victims, and the President directed emergency agency to comprehensively assess the two incidents to address the roots of the calamity. President Tinubu also directed response agencies to work with Savara State government to help those affected by the disaster. Tinubu congratulates Muslims on Maulud Nabi. The full details of this story is on page 11 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. FCMB wins award for impactful leading to MSME sustainability efforts. The First City Monument Bank has been recognized as a force for good in Nigeria financial sector, winning 2 prestigious awards at Development Bank of Nigeria 2024 Annual Lecture Series, an award in Lagos. The bank was named the best bank with the highest impact of MSME, accessing credit for the first time in Nigeria, and the highest disbursement to sustainable projects. This award highlights FCMB commitment and to financial inclusion and sustainability in Nigeria. Between January and June 2024, FCMB disbursed loans with 180 billion naira to over 800 micro and small medium-scale enterprises across various sectors, significantly boosting their growth and resilience. This affirms FCMB commitment to helping MMCEs succeed through specialized financial tools and support, ultimately boosting the nation's economic and sustainability efforts. Mrs. Yemisi Edun, Managing Director of FCMB, said, "As Nigeria MSME-friendly bank, we are honored to win this award and to continue leading the charge in supporting businesses across Nigeria." FCMB win award for impactful leading to MSME sustainability efforts. The full details of this story is on page 14 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here we see in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. 15 win ventures to raise 5 billion naira to empower Nigeria startup. The Dutch-based ventures builders 15 Win Ventures is in the process of raising a 5 billion naira ventures fund, aiming to supercharge the growth and sustainability of high-potential startups across Nigeria. The 15 Win Ventures fund is posed to transform the Nigerian entrepreneurial landscape by providing the essential capital with emerging business needs to make a lasting impact on the economy, with a strategy focused on sectors crucial to Nigeria's future, such as fintech and agritech and edtech, commerce and renewable energy. The fund is perfectly aligned with the nation's most pressing need and growth opportunity. Our goal is to discover and cultivate the next generation of Nigeria innovators who are ready to disrupt industries and drive significantly economic growth, said Nelson Ajulo, Chief Executive Officer of 15 Win Ventures. 15 Win Ventures to raise 5 billion naira to empower Nigeria startup. The full details of this story is on page 32 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And lastly, with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, AD professionals seek ways to navigate shifts in technology culture and new business models as NSC 2024. The crucial shifts of technology, culture, and new business model and how to navigate them will form the thematic thrust of this year's National Advertising conference, the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, organizer of the event, has reviewed the council in a statement, explained that the 3 days event SAC Navigating the Shifts, Technology, Culture and New Business Models will kick off with a fireside chat featuring Dr. John Moma, Chairman and China Media Group. The event scheduled for November this year is added. We also provided attendees the opportunity to engage in a series of interactive breakout sections, panel discussion, and networking sections that explore the native threats, tools, and techniques shaping the futures of advertising. The council described the event and designed to bring together top professionals, innovators, and thought leaders from the world of advertising, as also a unique opportunity for such professions across the advertising spectrum to come together and share insights, challenges, and innovative solutions. The conference is bringing the best mind in the industry to one place to foster creativity and drive the next wave of advertising excellency, the agency stated. AD professionals seek ways to navigate shifts in technology culture and new businesses models as NNC 2024. The full details of this story is in page 21 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And that's what we have for you in our newspaper review. If you'd like to follow us on our website page, you can click on www.abntv network. If you'd like to follow us on our website page, try to subscribe and like and comment and share. You can follow us on www.abntv network.